Hello, hello. I am your villainous host, Dr. Rorschach. Thank you for tuning in today. So, there has been some unexpected news in the online film world that came out last night, and that is that there is a new Winnie the Pooh movie titled Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, a horror adaptation of the original Winnie the Pooh storybook. So, straight off the bat here, it's going to be really important to note that Disney is not involved with this movie. Winnie the Pooh became public domain in January of this year, actually. So now anyone is allowed to use this character and some of their original characters. Now, I have read that some characters, such as Tigger, who was invented later, are not public domain yet. So some characters from the Winnie the Pooh IP can't be used, such as Tigger, and there's not a specific list, but I do know that for a fact that Winnie the Pooh and Piglet are public domain. So the first thing that comes to mind from this is actually the 2019 Banana Splits horror movie. It's a bit unknown, but the Banana Splits was originally a kids TV series in the 60s, but for some reason they decided to make a horror movie that was made in 2019. Yeah, even though at that time the Banana Splits was not public domain, the rights holders just decided to do something with it and make a horror movie out of it. And while that movie kind of missed public attention, I think Winnie the Pooh is a much more well-known IP to do this formula with. But overall, I'm pretty excited to see what they can do with this. I really love creepy stuff, especially with imagery from childhoods. I can't find much other information on this movie, but it appears that the movie has been completely filmed. It looks like Pooh and Piglet are the main characters returning from the books, or at least from the photos we can see, but it is possible that some other characters could potentially be there, depending on who they can use from the rights. We do have a brief plot summary provided by Variety. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey will see Pooh and Piglet as the main villains going on a rampage after being abandoned by a college-bound Christopher Robin. Christopher Robin is pulled away from them and he's not given them food. It's made Pooh and Piglet's life quite difficult. Because they've had to fend for themselves so much, they've essentially become feral. So they've gone back to their animal roots. They're no longer tame. They're like vicious bear and pig who want to go around and try and find prey. There is an IMDb page from the movie with casting listed. It doesn't have any actors or actresses that I'm familiar with. And I would imagine that this movie was being worked on before this year in preparation for the rights of the movie to be public domain. If the movie has finished filming, I do imagine that the movie will come out in probably the September-October timeframe, and we could possibly get a trailer within a few months. For those niche horror movies that time frame usually is the perfect time for something like this. This announcement also has brought the concept of public domain to a lot of people's attention, because a lot of people don't really know about this, and public domain really is an important conversation to have. Winnie the Pooh and numerous Disney properties would already be public domain, but due to Disney lobbying, public domain was extended from 75 years to 95-year terms. Actually, Mickey Mouse will become public domain in 2024, since it'll be 95 years since the original Willie Steamboat animation. I imagine Disney will be doing everything in their power to protect this character, but if they can't, it's going to be really interesting to see what other people will do with the character. A power-hungry Mickey Mouse horror movie would honestly be super fun, and I'm sure Warner Brothers would jump on site to produce that movie. Also, all of you Disney fans trying to defend these insane copyright protections can screw off, and anyone defending that company for any of their business practices does not have a functioning brain. But overall, I'm pretty excited to see what they can do with a Winnie the Pooh horror movie. I think it can open up a lot of potential, and this could possibly start a new trend of reimagining classic movies into horror movies. We've already seen some classic storybooks be reimagined into more action movies, like that terrible era of, Jack and Jill and the Huntsman movies. But reimagining into horror movies, I think really does have some potential. So overall, that's really all I got to say on the topic. If the movie does come out, I'm definitely going to be seeing this at the Alamo Drafthouse, and I've got to make a review on it. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you.